Go.
Welcome back to Coffee and Candid. This is Brandy,
Austin,
Chris,
and Ross.
Amber's back here with the pups. Okay, so the most heinous fucking crime happened in Central Arkansas this last week, and it's one of those things that, like,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's sickening. So I think it came out.
Imagine the police officer.
No, and that baby was. So what happened was it was in rush hour traffic, and someone saw a lady.
It was like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, everybody's going to work on the main interstate. Someone saw what they hoped was a doll dropped out of a moving vehicle.
No. That was wrong. They knew what it was.
They knew it was a baby.
They said somebody dropped a child out of the car. Which, in my honest opinion, I think it's pretty shitty they didn't stop.
Well, I know a trucker had pulled over and called the police, and he thought maybe he was hoping it was a baby doll.
Yeah, and they were...
Later on, somebody said that they witnessed it, and that baby laid out there for 2 hours.
Exactly. Somebody came back, and the original call was... I went retarded. The original call was somebody dropped their child out of the window. They never stopped. Late for work.
If I saw that... I
wouldn't have stopped either. I would have followed that fucking car and got their license plate.
Fuck you. I'd have stopped, let Taylor out, and then I'd beat the fuck out of that lady.
I'd have rolled out and let Ross chase him, and me sat with the baby or something.
That motherfucker been dead if that was me.
So here's the thing. After this happened, I saw...
Well, here's what bothered... It all bothered me. It broke my heart for the first responders, because when they got there, the child was still alive. It
died in a state trooper's arm.
Yeah, it passed while they were trying to render aid, while they were waiting on the ambulance.
So I saw somebody post something about, oh, well, we shouldn't judge her because we don't know about her mental state. Here's the thing.
I don't give a shit.
Her fucking ass, it does not matter what her mental state is. There is no mental state where you think it's okay to throw a fucking baby out of a fucking moving car.
You know, and I'm sorry if you're...
I am not.
No,
she needs the express line to the needle.
Taylor said something yesterday. If you can't take care of your children, give them up.
Well, this lady...
Let someone else take care of them.
You know, I saw a YouTube video that she'd made in August where her kids had been... Because she had multiple kids. Mm-hmm. Her kids had been taken from her, and she was like partying and like this is descriptive. She was literally shaking her tits at the camera like they were
classy.
It was. She might have been a dancer or something.
It's like the female version of Randy.
I guess, yeah. I mean, they're literally. She like
candy.
She like there was no bra, so there was a lot of
moving
bouncage. And she was like, "Fuck them kids," and was like laughing about her kids being taken. So for the people that, you know, oh, she just was at her wits' end. No, the fuck she wasn't. And even if she was, I don't give a fuck.
She's just an evil piece of shit.
There's so much. There's so much more. There's so many things that you could have done that didn't involve dropping that baby like literal garbage out your window.
Fire department has a shiny box you can shove kids in.
Oh my god!
They also, when they first reported it, said it was a 2-year-old, but it ended up being like a 3-month-old,
5-month-old. Yeah, because I did the deep dive and I was stalking her page and I saw pictures of the babies and it just made me sick. And what made me worried was, where are the other kids? Because there were at least 2 others.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
What I don't understand, the same day there was a woman, and I watched some of her
North
live
Arkansas
video.
Yeah, it was off of 67.
And 2 of her kids were run over
I thought that was
semi.
like right around here.
No, it was up by Jonesboro, Woodward, up in that area.
I don't know if they got away.
Exactly
like,
what happened.
Yeah, was there like car trouble and they were on the side of the road?
I was watching a live video of earlier that morning or later the night before, and she had both her kids, which was like a 2-year-old and a
5-year-old or something. Okay.
Both of them are sitting in the passenger seat.
Okay.
The older boy is just holding the little girl.
Okay.
She's live videoing the whole time. She did mention something about AAA. So I don't know if she was having car problems or what. I don't know how the kids ended up in the road. She was fine. She wasn't hurt at all.
Oh my god!
I've never heard an update on it.
I haven't either.
I hadn't heard nothing else about it.
It seems suspect.
Well, there was one
that both of those kids were killed, and
struck and killed, and she's fine.
And
she
live
didn't have a
video,
scratch.
she was talking about God and like all this
Yeah,
stuff.
she was talking about God, but she was saying fuck a lot too. So
And people,
Well, I mean,
that
I'm a
knew
pretty good
her-
person, but I say fuck a lot.
People that knew her said she was a great mom, but in that video she was not acting right.
Right, like,
And they said they didn't think it was drugs.
I was
They
gonna
think
say,
it was
do you
more
think
like
like
a
altered mental
breakdown.
state?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
There was one like a year ago where a young mom had stopped on the side of the interstate and was letting her little boy pee, and an 18-wheeler just fucking took the car and the kid out. She was, she wasn't okay, but
she survived.
she survived. I mean, if
Probably
you
would've
can
been
help it,
kinder
don't
had-
ever pull over on the interstate.
It probably would have been kinder had she not survived.
But she was against the how it is like McCain and stuff, where you like pull up against the wall and there's just enough for a freaking car to fit on the
I would
shoulder.
never pull over there.
But
Oh my God.
I'd rather than just piss in my seat. I mean, really.
You can clean that seat. You can't get another. I mean, it's just, and I mean, like in a situation like that was truly an accident, and it's awful. So fucking awful. And probably she has moments where she wished she hadn't survived.
We're talking about kids in cars. Y'all probably already talked about this, but that fucking guy in Hot Springs, that
lawyer or judge, yeah.
I'll kick that motherfucker.
That's another one of those that should have been subject to judicial review.
Well, I think there are certain things that, like you said, to me that's just an express lane to the needle. That
because you're not going to convince me that someone who is responsible enough to hold a judgeship isn't responsible enough to remember that he's got his fucking kid in the car.
My own flesh and blood's in that car.
You're not going to convince me that anyone forgets their child on accident in their car. No, wrong. I don't believe. You will not waver me. You don't forget your child in your car like that. You may get out of the car and shut the door and go fuck and run around the other side, but walking. Oh, well, let me park over here. You work, go inside, working 8 hours a day. Oh, fuck.
And he parked like a block or two away, so that was on purpose.
I also have a hard time believing that he's been in the car the whole time
and hadn't made a sound.
He got out, turned around, looking at the car, closed the door, and that baby never made a sound.
He's a fucking judge.
No.
He probably had to grab a briefcase out of the passenger seat, turn to the side. I mean,
in situations where those happen, if they truly don't know, they have to be stoned off their fucking ass. There's just no way.
Wrong.
There's no way you can just, whoops, I don't forget my fucking phone like that.
Oh, and it pissed me off when put
something valuable. Fuck you.
Yeah, because the kid's not more important.
Yeah, what's more valuable than your child?
Yeah, but don't you know when that motherfucker went to work, he had his phone, he had his wallet.
Yep.
Yeah.
If he wore glasses, I bet he had
coffee,
those.
Whatever.
Oh yeah. Just fucking forgot the kid. No, I'm not believing that. Not for a second.
I'm telling you, I've sat on hot car death hearings. That is the most grisly way to die.
I didn't know if I was supposed to say that or not.
It don't matter.
Austin was summoned and had to leave, but he said, peace. But yeah, and that's the way I react to everything is I try to imagine what it would be like if I were in that situation. And I keep thinking about those poor first responders that got there and the horror, because chances are they were parents or grandparents, know, and just seeing this broken little baby.
That's not a job I could do because
right now I'd be burning the whole motherfucker down to find the person responsible, and I'd be like, "Whoops, they fell! Whoops, they fell from a 4-story building. I don't know what happened. I don't even know how they got at the top of a 4-story building.
They peeled their own face off. I don't know.
Weird bitch.
Yeah,
but yeah, I can't even imagine And
she shoved that road flare in her own ass.
Yeah, she was like, well, "Look at me!" But that's the kind of shit that would wake you up in the middle of the night and haunt you for the rest of your life.
You would never forget that little baby's face.
Being a police officer and having to see these, child abuse cases.
Well, first responders have, especially police officers and EMT, have an incredibly high, abnormally high suicide rate.
Because of the things they see and they deal with, and I'm sure that element of feeling powerless against some of the things that they have to swallow down. And
I know Brandy had one hearing that she was in where that officer in his career had seen 2 different people set themselves on fire.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh no, if you go set yourself on fire,
But still,
I can think of a million
you're an
ways
officer, you're
to
getting
do
a
it
call
other
and
than
roll
that.
up and somebody
Yeah,
doing
you
that.
don't-
Go ahead. I'll wait. I'll wait in the car.
I bet you, yeah.
Oh, no, what are you going to do if a
There's
motherfucker's
nothing
trying
you
to
can
set
do but
himself
to
on fire?
watch
Shoot him?
it. Oh my! I mean, what else could you do? But I mean,
And I don't really know that that's any better. I mean,
well, but at least it's quick, but like,
yeah, that's
what the fuck?
that is absolutely not a job that I could do.
And I've just had this. I think about it way too much ever since that happened. Like, what the fuck? Because if that's how it ended, what did that baby go through?
Yeah.
What horrors did that baby already live through in a short little 5-month life?
Yep.
And first of all, she had to have been actually like textbook crazy, because there's no way. I mean, we all know what rush hour fucking traffic is like in Benton, Bryant, Little Rock. There's no way she could get away with it.
Now, was she in the passenger seat? Was she driving?
I don't know. I've wondered that too. Like, did she throw down the window and? How did this play out?
Because the baby was on the side, like in the grass, right?
Yeah, in the median. Yeah.
So automatically, I think she was like in the passenger seat. But
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been easy. Somebody else had to be in the car with her. But I haven't heard about anybody else being charged or. But a woman like this, that doesn't mean she had the baby in a seat ever.
Yeah.
Oh, probably not.
We're making a lot of assumptions just because you're supposed to put a baby in a seat. I think if you're going to chunk it out the window, you're probably not concerned about
health and safety.
Yeah, well, in the law,
Yeah. Yeah, there's.
No, I mean, I wasn't thinking about the baby being in a seat. Just
how
driving and. I don't know. I mean, unless she was like in the far left lane and threw the baby. I don't know. I'm just picturing her like in the passenger seat and someone else driving. I don't know.
People like that ought to be forcibly sterilized.
Yeah.
I hate to sound like that.
But the problem is, it's too late. She's already reached.
But she shouldn't be able to make any more.
That'll keep her from having 10 or 11 other fucking kids.
To victimize and...
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, my hope is that she would spend the rest of her life in jail after this.
But... I mean,
but she can still get knocked up in there. That happens all the time.
There's a lot of other.
If the damn guards would quit screwing them.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of other situations though where I think people ought to be forcibly sterilized too. So not a lot, but definitely some.
I believe.
It's my right to have 24 kids and have the state take care of them. No, the fuck, it's not.
I don't know. That's a slippery slope. I mean, I see what you're saying. My gut reaction is you don't ever, the ethics and the legality. But my gut reaction is like, fuck her. She doesn't ever get the chance to do that again. And, the mental gymnastics that it takes for some of these fucking people to go on Facebook and
rationalize
defend her. What the fuck? I don't understand.
Well, it was somebody that we know.
Really? Oh.
I think that was more.
She wasn't defending
her. It was like, what could people around her have done to help?
Yeah, I think she was saying, like,
she wasn't defending her.
Well, but man,
I know what you're saying, but I think you're right. I think she was saying like,
that's what I got.
If people had been paying attention, maybe this could have been stopped.
Yeah.
Is what I
mean,
basically,
okay.
I think
I know
what she was saying is like,
about kids.
It's the four of us, and Amber goes and does this.
There's
no way the three of us didn't see something coming.
Her coming off
and
the
it's
rails.
your responsibility to speak up.
Because,
that's basically what she was saying.
Yeah, that's the way. Because
well, man, how do you speak up with hey, you're seeming a little crazy lately?
If that's what gets their attention,
can I take the baby off your hands for a few days for you to
give you a break
to
or
rest?
Something? Yeah, and that's what I mean. We do have a responsibility. A child is innocent, and if you see a kid in a situation and you're like, this seems like it's. There seems to be a lot of pressure or a lot of something going on here. Hey, can we do a sleepover? Can we, anything to get that fail safe? And there might have been no preventing this. It might have been, but
that crate fell over on him again.
but yeah, like we need to we don't have a problem getting up in anybody's business about anything else, but then when you're hesitant to jump in a situation like this where maybe it might make a difference, I think is what she was trying to say. But I've seen people actually defending her.
Which I just can't wrap my head around.
Well, but here's the other thing, and